What's up guys, this is John with Carrick Customs, and today I'm going to show you this truck here. It's customer's 97 F350 crew cab long bed that we're doing our coilover front suspension kit on, and Sky Manufacturing's rear 08 through 16 Super Duty leaf spring hanger kit and leaf springs. And we're kind of going to take you through the whole process. I think it's going to be a great time. This truck is super sweet. It looks mostly all original, factory Alcoas, just a really sweet pickup to get such a nice suspension treatment on. So follow along. This will probably be a multi-part series. Not totally sure yet, but check it out, and we'll see you in the shop. We got everything disconnected from the axle to the truck, and now it's time to take the leaf springs out and all of the factory shock towers, factory rear leaf spring mounts, and front leaf spring hanger. No need for that anymore. And we also need to get rid of these factory bump stops right here. We've got all of our original brackets off the frame. I believe you can see them right down here. Been running the air hammer a ton, which is a great way to pretty much rattle all sorts of dirt out from underneath the truck, even though we pressure washed it and everything beforehand. But had to cut all the factory rivets out, get rid of the shock towers, get rid of the rear leaf spring mounts and the factory bump stops right here, and the factory sway bar mounts. So got that done on both sides, and you can see all that stuff here. It's also all over my face. But now we're at the step where we can get the frame cleaned up. This one's not getting painted or anything, the frame isn't, but we're going to clean it up so the brackets fit nice. And then we're going to get everything bolted on, and now it's time to start doing the axle. So we've got the axle out, and you just saw we pulled all the brackets off the frame. Getting all the factory rivets out, it's always a pain, makes a giant mess, but all in all, really wasn't that bad. Now it's time to get the axle prepped for our brackets. So in order to do that, we're going to get rid of the factory sway bar, the factory sway bar bracket, and the lower U-bolt retainer that also has a spot for a factory steering stabilizer, which none of these seem to have. And then on this side, we got to get rid of the bracket for the sway bar as well. We're also going to change the steering linkage here to our steering linkage, but for now I'm going to leave it on in order to keep the knuckles from going in and out. The customer didn't want the axle fully rebuilt, so we just inspected it, made sure that the ball joints and the other joints are still good, the bearings and brakes, which they are. So we're not going to be doing a full rebuild on this, which makes it a little bit easier and faster. But we'll start cutting all those brackets off and getting this thing prepped for welding. got everything stripped off of this axle and got it all prepped for welding. So now we are going to be preheating the diff housing with the oxyacetylene torch in order to get it up to 450 degrees so that we can weld our new brackets to it. And then we also have our other bracket over there. This is like the final thing that needs to be done in order to get our coilover kit on. I'll show you around here a little bit. You can see the brackets for the radius arms, coilovers, and the track bar, and then on this side just the radius arms and the coilover. So this is the biggest kind of in-depth part on doing our front suspension kit, but this is the factory Ford Dana 60 and it's going to work out great. It's going to be linked with coilovers now. So we're going to get this all welded up and then we're ready to bolt everything in the truck. The exciting part. Suspension kit and our heavy-duty steering kit on this truck, we are also going to be upgrading the steering shaft, which goes from the steering column down to the steering box. This is from Borgeson. It's a super great product. The part number on it is 000981 for anybody interested. The great part about this is it replaces the factory like rubber, well, what used to be called a rag joint, but now instead of it being a rag material, it's a rubber material. Those get worn out, and it also replaces the other factory U-joints with this nice, super heavy-duty setup here. Try to show you the quality of this thing is fantastic. I love doing this in all of my trucks. Along with that, we are also doing a new blue top steering box. This is a 2-bolt top, brand new steering box, great complement to the truck itself. So basically, as far as steering and suspension on the front of this goes, it's going to be super dialed. So yeah, blue top steering box, Carrick Customs coilover kit and heavy duty steering kit, and the Borgeson steering shaft should make this drive like a completely different truck now. So we'll keep moving forward. We got the axle torn down, the new brackets welded on, painted. We got our links all painted, prepped, the joints all assembled. We put anti-seize on all the threads and lubed all the joints. They're all prepped and ready to go. And all of the brackets are officially on the truck, ready to be installed, or the axle's ready to be installed. So now is the easy part. All the fun stuff or hard stuff has been finished, and really it hasn't been that bad. We're ready to lower the truck down and get this goodness going. It's going to be a great time, and really excited to see the finished product. Hope you guys are too. Well guys, that's a wrap on this one. We just did our heavy duty front steering kit, our front coilover kit, 2008 through 16 Super Duty rear leaf springs using Skies Offroad's hanger kit, a Borgeson steering shaft and a blue top steering box, and an MBRP 4-inch exhaust. And this truck has turned out beautifully. It is one of the nicest riding and handling OBSs I've ever driven. I'm on the final test drive with this thing and it is just beautiful. I am so pleased with how it turned out. I'm cruising at 65 miles an hour with like one finger on the wheel, and I'll show you guys the driving it right now. Driving down the highway straight as an arrow. Just beautiful. And we're just really happy with the way it turned out. I hope you guys have enjoyed following along with these YouTube videos showing more of what we're doing in the shop, and please like and subscribe. We're going to keep doing more of them, including a sneak peek here, this beautiful crew cab short bed 460 F250 that I believe the owner bought brand new from the dealer, and it is his daily driver that we are going to be installing our front coilover kit on. So follow along, we got a lot more to show and we're having a good time. Hope you guys are too. Cheers.